Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining today's live webinar. I'm Dr. Shah Siddiqui from Neurodivergent Business Consortium. And today, I just wanted to discuss specifically how you can selling on LinkedIn. So I'm going to be giving you live training. You know that neurodivergent people, they are very prone to social media, or they wanted to have less uh, hassle to connecting people and a lot of other things. You need to remember that if you are a business and you wanted to grow, you need to understand how you can extend your network and start selling on social media and all other aspects. So today is going to be a 3-hour session, and I will just give you the agenda today, what I'm discussing. So the first segments are going to be working on crafting uh, how you can craft optimized profile, build genuine connections. And the next segment are going to be working with LinkedIn sales strategies and AI and other tools that you can integrate to grow your network and so on. Thank you everyone for joining today's live webinar. If you have any question, please feel free to ask me through the comment box, and I will try to answer them at the best of my knowledge. And I do not have any guests today, so I'm just going to talk to you how you can start selling on LinkedIn and any other social media you are considering. You know that when we talk about LinkedIn, first thing, we need to talk about the purpose. So when I started LinkedIn many years ago, my purpose was to use LinkedIn to tailor my methodology for job. So if I'm applying somewhere, LinkedIn has the framework to add all my details over there, and it's visually very good. So if I send a CV to someone, if they wanted to check those people that I am connected, and as well as my CV, what I did and how I have worked and all other things, it was a very good place. But last, I would say 7-8 years, or maybe 10 years, LinkedIn has become a sales machine, I would say. Sales machine in a way, people utilize their network to generate sales. You know that Facebook and all other social media, they also utilizing their networks to generate sales, and people earns millions from their network. And specifically, when you produce videos, when you produce all other things, shorts, or it could be shorts related to advice, or it could be shorts related to acting and a lot of other things, problem solving, and so many other things people do online, cooking, traveling, and a lot of other things. So they gain popularity last 10 to 15 years. And now businesses, they are transforming themselves to the next stage to target Gen Z and Gen Alpha. If you're a business now and you wanted to think about the future, I think this is the right time to think about it, because you can find Gen Z, they are in workplace, and Gen Alpha, they are preparing to get into the workplace in few years' time. So if you are not ready to onboard these generations, then it's going to be a problem. So therefore, if you're a business and you wanted to capture the future audience, you need to start now. And there isn't any right time or wrong time on social selling. It's already there, is existing. What you need to do, you need to create methodology, and based on that methodology, you start your process and work with company like us, Zinsi Marketing Agency, Sales Funnel Accelerator, or other people. They are creating significant contribution in the marketplace. So today, our discussion, I wanted to share how I have grown my network. Is it working, or do I need improvements? What I have planned to do next, and so on. So we're going to be discussing each and everything, every detail that I have gone through uh, last many years, and how I become an influencer, as well as what I do. You may agree or disagree with me, that's fine. As I say, there isn't any right or wrong way to do. The most important thing, are you selling? Are you growing your business? So different people will have different methodology. I also have my unique methodology, and I can tailor that for anyone if any tailoring needed. I'm just gonna share my screen. And if you wanted to share me your message, feel free to share me through the comment box, and I will try to answer your question. I'm trying to log in with my another account to see the feeds, but I think I cannot get it done. It probably my internet speed, or I'm having difficulties to uh, log in to my other accounts. It all happened last time. It's also happening today. So I just gonna try another browser if I can log in. So I just tried one browser. So I'm gonna try another browser. Please excuse me for that, because last time when I did my live broadcasting, I could not see any messages due to the technology problems, and still this week is the same. And when you have bandwidth problems, or LinkedIn um, having too much busy with lots of lives, so that's that point. Their bandwidth and their network sometimes is problematic for people to join and run. So I'm not sure how can I solve that problem, but I will do that. I just wait for the network to be settled. But in the meantime, if you have any question, if my system is working, feel free to send me questions, and I will try to answer them. So just give me 1 second. I'm just sharing my screen. And excuse me for you're going to see my messaging and all other things. So please excuse me for that, because I'm doing a live training. So here you might come across some of the messages that I'm not meant to share with you. So excuse me for that. You can see my window now. And you can see the program here. So what I wanted to do, I wanted to go to my profile and then start my conversation. So when you think about LinkedIn, as I described earlier, you need to think about the purpose. Like, what purpose you are creating your LinkedIn? Is it just like a placeholder to let people know what you do, and your connections, or jobs, or anything else? You can utilize them for that, But if you're thinking, okay, LinkedIn, I wanted to utilize it for sales purpose, business growth purpose, you can also do that. I was talking to one of my business partner um, yesterday, and the way people using LinkedIn, some people they don't like it. So you have to be very cautious when you utilize your network and not direct giving them a sales pitch. Another thing I will add here, if you wanted to do lead generation and you wanted to go to a new customer base, you can utilize LinkedIn Sales Navigator and all other facilities they have embedded to the system to connect people, start direct sales page. So two things. One thing, your existing network, adding them value, and then start selling. And if you have a new network, you can directly ask them what you are selling or if they wanted to buy. Different people will react differently, but most of the time I would say they will say, oh, thank you, I don't need it. But sometimes you will get critical conversation and you wouldn't like that conversation. So you have to be very honest and cautious as well. If you wanted to ask someone if they are buying your product and services, they might not expect you to ask them that. There are some people out there. So they're going to be relatively, I would say, very, very low, but still you have to be prepared for if someone asked you or if someone say, sorry, I didn't expect this from you, although you is a honest sales pitch or honest sales asking. Apart from that, you can utilize your network differently. The business I do in relation with software development, marketing, and sales is through social media. I do not have any sales representative. They are working door to door. I only have people. They are working through social media. And our first priority is LinkedIn because of our business type. We prioritize end-to-end process for businesses. You might have other social media like Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and others. But that only can be determined when you work with a business growth partner, sales director, marketing director to determine your target audience. And they will work with you for the go-to-market strategy. So when you have a go-to-market strategy, you will know which target audience you wanted to capture and how you wanted to do it. I will not dive into details of that. So today we are talking about start selling on LinkedIn. Excuse me. So when you say start selling on LinkedIn, the first point I will again repeat is the purpose. Those you have known me for many years. Previously, I had a banner, and that banner was dedicating to my software development company. And then I had dedication for growing my marketing and sales. So I had a banner of marketing and sales for a few years. Now I'm working as a COO and a partner for Green Threads. So when people see will come and browse and see my profile, they will see is Green Threads. Okay, am I saying that? Yes, for the time being. Um, for my fulfill of my purpose, you can see this picture speaking itself. The name of the logo, the background is all about threads. What I wanted to send my message to convey what I am doing. So Green Threads is a company that is supporting digital product passport for clothing brands and distributors. And if you do not know, a legislation from EU is coming by the 2027. All the textiles they have to embed a digital product passport QR code to their garments. And without that, no one can sell, import, export textile from outside of EU. So that's why my business partners, I would say, we have come up with a solution how we can address this um, great demands. As I said previously, on my section, I'm just highlighting them. It was uh, technology, software development, and then it was marketing. Now it is about the new projects that I'm engaged in, DPP for clothing brands and distributors. So when people are looking into my accounts, they will know that I'm working with the projects, and that project is supporting green textile. So I have optimized my account to let people know what I'm up to. Then I also given them information of um, who I am. So I am CEO of Zenzi, TRI, NBC. I do LinkedIn, software development, research, AI. I'm a dyslexic thinker. I do mentoring, social selling. So these are my key selling points. So when people see my profile, they will know at the top level my expertise and what I am capable of. You might not want to add so many things on your profile. That's up to you. But as I work multidimensionals and I prioritize my dyslexic thinker as a neurodivergent, so when people wanted to work with me, they need to know that, okay, who I am, how I'm going to be working with them. That is very important. So that's why I have included these keywords. You might not want to include these keywords, but that's up to you. Next thing is you can add contact information, your email address, and other information there. So people, they wanted to contact you, they can find you. And please remember, if you do not want to add your contact details, that's okay. But if you are doing a business, you have to have a call to action. So if you are selling something online and you do not include your phone number or email address, where are people going to find you? They will go to your website. That's good. But on the website, you must have a phone number or email address that people can contact you. So it is better to include your phone number, email addresses, multiple email addresses if you wanted to use, and website details. Other thing, to book call with me. This is also important. Like, okay, if this is another call to action. If people wanted to book a call with you, wanted to talk to you, they can book a call with the book a call with button. So it will go to a different page, and You can see it's just going to a different page, my Google booking page, and you can book account with me. And then, as I said, optimized mean people need to see who you are, how many followers you have, how many connections you have. You need to enable all the things that people can see, as well as the current company you wanted to prioritize. So Green Threads DPP Limited is my current company, and I wanted to prioritize it, and that's why it is there. So people understand, yes, I'm working here, and I tailor my methodology for Green Threads DPP Limited at the moment. But still, I have other companies, other work, but I'm not prioritizing that right now. Uh, as I said, one at a time. In most of my conversation, like, okay, if you wanted to do something, you need to consider one thing. Yes, you might be a multidimensional, as we working with neurodivergent people. Some neurodivergent people are multidimensional. They can work 10 things at the same time. But those 10 things will not resonate with the target market, with the target people you are corresponding. So better to utilize one at a time methodology. You might have multiple projects running at the same time, but that's not the focus point. The focus point is just one thing at a time. And you can run 20 or 30 projects if you working in different people, different company, and different things. It doesn't matter. And then the next thing, you can see the analytic. It's nothing to do with you, but very important to look into. I will discuss that in a minute. We are just half of this program, nearly. And you are watching this live webinar on LinkedIn. And if you wanted to ask me any question, please feel free to ask me through the comment box, and I will try to answer your questions. I'm just having another technical difficulties, so I need to contact Restream. Yeah, that I'm not getting any messages, and I cannot load my other screen to see the lives if you have shared any question with me already. So, an apology, but please write your question. I will try to answer them later when I go through with all the questionnaire, because I cannot do it. My technology is not supporting me. So I will continue my conversation. I'm just sharing my screen again. So optimizing account is very critical if you are thinking to grow your business to the next levels. So analytics, I will describe it later. You need to write about section, determining your capacity, determining who you are, determining how your expertise will support businesses that you wanted to help. Then you probably have the service sections, leadership development, corporate training, IT consulting, digital marketing, email marketing, lead generation, marketing strategy, search engine optimization, social media marketing, SaaS developments. So with this, you will understand my capacity and how I am supporting individual businesses from end to end. There are other services there as well, but that's not the focus point. These are the focus points. So if someone wants to hire me, they will know my capacity, what I can do, and what I can bring, and how am supporting people. And the next section is featured section. You will see my featured section is very well defined and very nicely done. Nicely means nice in my way. The way we support people, you might not like it, that's okay. But when you click something, you will have very neat and clean writing, and information here tailored for your audience to know. Not too much information or not too little information. Enough for people to understand your capacity. I will not go into details with all the feature section. If you go to my profile on LinkedIn, you will see all the feature section. And feature section is your shop window. So people, they are browsing you, they will know how you tailor your methodology to the target audience. And then you will see a section of activity, post, events, comments, videos, images, articles, and documents. So on here, the first section is very important. And you need to consider, okay, how you wanted to grow your network, you will start selling. It's not like that you're going to be starting tomorrow or today and you will start selling on LinkedIn. Straightforward. No, it's not straightforward. You need to build the authority. You need to build the persona. And then people will ask you if you can help them. Okay. So, and that takes ages. It's not 1 or 2 days. And probably people will say, okay, join us. And you will start earning 7-figure, 10-figure, or whatever. Um, this, I don't know how they do it, but I'm very skeptical about that. Why? Because if you do not have a foundation, solid foundation, and if you do not embed how you can grow socially, no one can get you 7-figure on the next day. That's not possible. I'm very much honest about these things. So when we grow someone, when we work with someone, we have a methodology, and I will just gonna share you that methodology, and then you will understand what is needed for you to grow your network. So this is one of our methodology, and we support people with sales funnel accelerator. And sales funnel accelerator, you will get 7 individual pillar stage methodologies, and these 7 individual methodologies will give you the growth if you're looking to extend your growth to the next level. So what is this 7 proven methodology? It is, first, you need to understand your business and develop a strategy. Understand the key facts areas of your organizational growth and sustainability, how you can sustain in the future. And there are a few other key points that you need to consider. Then, are you socially active? Do you know about sales funnel? Do you know about landing pages? Do you know about, okay, are you technology wise ready? You need to understand that as well. Otherwise, no success. And then lead magnets, the subject you're working. Do you have enough knowledge of that subject area? Because when you wanted to go to serve people, they want you to be a knowledgeable person, like the savior, okay, like a prophet. So you know, and you can, or a doctor, if I may say, that you can solve their problem with your expertise. So you need to socially prove with book, workshop, and any other lead magnets you may produce, tricks and tactics, and a lot of other things, that you are knowledgeable and you can solve their problems. It creates authority and persona. Then you also need to think about AI and technology integration nowadays. Why? Because if you don't think about AI and technology integration, you cannot sustain longer. Maybe in 5 years' time, if you do not think about AI and technology, you need to stop and reinvent everything that you have missed. So businesses, they wanted to extend their reach, they need to understand current technology, current technology, how technology is transforming the landscape. Technology, AI transforming societies, culture, and societies, uh, landscape, geography, and a lot of other things, business, innovation, sales and marketing. So you can name anything nowadays that is transformed by AI and technology. So if you do not know which tools you wanted to embed to your business, there we go, you cannot sustain in the future. And you know that for pandemic, lots of business shut down because they didn't know what to do. They didn't have any clue how they can protect themselves, protect their interests, protect their business. So this is a good advice that if you wanted to sustain in the future, you need to think, okay, if something happens, maybe a disaster like the California fire or some other disaster happened, and if you do not think about continuity, how you're going to be continue in the future, if you do not think about redundancy, like how you sustain yourself redundantly, like you have multiple sources to think about, and technologically how you sustain that, then it's a problem for you. No one can save you, no one can get you to the point you are looking for. So embedding technology, embedding methodology to create the next sustainable business. The next thing you need to think about SEO and content marketing. Okay, why you need that? Because search engine optimization is a key thing for any business. They wanted to capture audience, and without doing that, no one can find you. Qualifying and closing sales. Please be aware, this is a tactics. All the people on your business, within your business, they are not salesperson, but they can be trained as a salesperson. It takes time. So you need to hire those people, they are very good at it. Or you hire a trainer and they can train your existing marketing people, because nowadays those people, they are doing digital marketing, social media, they are training themselves to be a qualified salesperson, because that is necessarily needed nowadays. So there isn't anyone like, okay, I only do sales, I do not do anything else. Those probably, maybe if you work in different set of settings, you're selling something, maybe selling a car, or on a shop, or maybe doing something else. It depends on the market and of your business proposition. But mostly service-based company, software development company, and a lot of other companies, sales people and social media people, they work together, or is a one person. They do they do both, and you need to train them. And then after sales is another thing, retaining customer. Retaining customer is less expensive than getting a new customer on board. You need to also understand that as well. So these are the 7-step methodology that we tailor end to end. And with this method, 7-step methodology, you will get your success to the next levels. I will just go back to my original conversation now. So within this 7-step methodology, there is a core parts is social selling, sales funnel, and landing page. And another thing is, if you wanted to sell socially, okay, you wanted to sell socially, you need to think about creating continuous involvements to attract new customer. And that you can do targeting new markets and targeting specific people that you wanted to start selling. On LinkedIn, If you want, you can connect 30,000 people. But please remember, you have to be very, very clever when you select to connect people if you are doing business growth with LinkedIn. Why? Because not everyone is your customer, and that will never happen. You cannot sell your product and services to everyone. So what you do, you create a list the way we do. So we have like hundreds hot list for every week, or maybe 200 hot list for a month, or maybe a little bit less, a little bit more. So what we do, we research them online through social media, and as well as through Google and any other search analyzing tools. And we search for them, who they are, what they do, what is their turnover, and what is their gap. So specifically, when you understand that, okay, this person I'm connecting, and I know what he require, if you connect with him and if you ask him direct questions, or maybe indirect question, doesn't matter, it's up to you how you wanted to ask, he will definitely wanted to have you onboarded to solve his problem. And you also need to know that the product, sorry, excuse me, you are selling, is it the right price for the person that you are asking to buy? Because if a product is £10 and the person you're asking that to buy that product, um, he will not buy it because he doesn't have the capacity to buy it. If your product is £10 and it is not the right target audience, um, and if you wanted to sell it to them, they will not value it. So it is very important when you create your hot list that the right product, right pricing, packaging, and the right person you're asking. Then the conversion rate will increase. So some of our works that we do, we have 99% conversion rates. And some of works that we do, it depends if it's like sending emails. On when you send emails, um, we have different formats. So hot list, or uh, secondary or third list. So third list is for our purpose, is for to people to come to our website, come to our social media and see what we do. We do not want it to generate any sales from there, but we wanted to generate a traction. So traction is people know about you. And then, those people, they were searched you online. So excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm just sneezing. So, those people, they have clicked the link and they look for your website, they look for your social media. So these are the hot leads. So then you can connect them, you can send them specific information, or maybe some freebies, and interviews, talk to them, and a lot of other things that you can do with them. And another list, as I say, secondary list, it's going to be maybe not all of them is your target markets, but you are a little bit confused. Why are you confused? Because seeing their profile and all other things, you might think, okay, he may be looking for these services, or maybe he's looking for another services because you found 2-3 gaps there. So you email them, and then based on their um, performance, I would say where they go, what they do, how long they spend time on your email, you can create another list. And the first one is those people you definitely know they have one gaps, and you wanted to connect them directly or email them directly. So very certain, and then you email them or you ask them the way you wanted to tailor your methodology, and then start selling. There isn't, as I said, there isn't any right or wrong way to doing it. Different people will ask you differently, but you need to know how you do it. On our social media post, when you talk about social media, you need to consider like, okay, you are attracting people, you are nurturing that relation, and you are converting them. So attract, nurture, and convert. So if you do not follow these steps, um, you might follow other things. That's up to you. But what we do, we work with people, we work with businesses, and we have to know how you are attracting people, how you are nurturing that relationship, and how you are converting. So you have to know how you are doing. So if I share all my posts here, I have many posts every week, 10, 15, or more than that. I have every week. And as I said, I am the founder and CEO of a few companies. So I have to do it in a way. But you might consider one company. So if you're doing one company, then it has to be attract, nurture, and convert. So on the attract post, we normally advertise um, social um, media viral videos. It could be knowledgeable videos, it could be fun, it could be anything that is just like the video will have the purpose to send you message across. So, and you know that nowadays LinkedIn is prioritizing shorts and all other things. So they will show this video to many, many people, but you will have a very short, brief message for them to read and a call to action where they would go from here. So this is the attract one, and the attract post as well. You can do talk like in a lot of influencer. They talk about business development. They talk about marketing. They also talk about environment. They talk about a lot of individual things. You can also post them. Depends how you plan your social media campaign to be executed. That's up to you. But attracting people. The core thing is attracting people with the graphics, with the video, or viral things. And please be aware, when you use viral videos on your page, not page, on your profile, do not post them if that video is not used to your business page. Why? Because you might have IP issues, intellectual property right issues, because you cannot utilize them for your business purposes, but you can utilize them for your personal purposes because you are not adding anything to it. You are just sharing it to the profile, but your message is the thing that you wanted to cross over. Okay. And the next thing, nurture one. We add knowledge to the people. Knowledge means letting people know about a certain things. So it could be telling them what to do, telling them how they can do, telling them maybe specifically with a tailor methodology, or maybe ask them to do a poll, and a lot of other things can be done. That is the nurture one. And the convert one is all about you, how you are tailoring this methodology to go to the next levels, why you can be a savior for other businesses, for other people, and why they would select you. So you need to talk about that very briefly Otherwise, people will not consider yourself as a core person. So this is attract, nurture, and convert. This is one of the things that you have to do. And if you see my post and my accounts, you will see there are thousands of them, and tailoring the methodology to the next levels. If you're watching this webinar on LinkedIn or any other social media, please feel free to ask me any question you have. Although I have technical problems today, similarly for the other live events last Friday, I do apologize for that, and that is not created by me. It's just technology issue with LinkedIn and my application. So if you wanted to ask me any question, feel free to ask me through comment box. But I just received some of the messages from the audience, and I will try to answer them one after another. And if you wanted to ask me any question, feel free to ask me through the comment box. So my system is working, but LinkedIn is not working. So I'm going to be answering them to you. And I'm Dr. Shah Siddiqui from Zinzi Marketing Agency, Time Research and Innovation. And we are doing this live from Neurodivergent Business Consortium. And you know that we intend to support neurodivergent people, to give them a methodology, to work with their methodology, and support them with any help they require to extend their knowledge to the next levels. And if you wanted to DM me, please feel free to DM me through LinkedIn or any other social media. And you can also write me an email through my email address. If you go to my LinkedIn page profile, you will find it. And I have also other business pages on LinkedIn, and I do regular events on there. If you wanted to contact me, feel free to contact me through any means that you wanted to. And I do work with people complementary, and as well as support them with access to work. And if you are access to work beneficial, you can also contact me. I can tailor my methodology for you to go to the next levels. Now, I think I have a question from Zakir Khan. And you have said, can we optimize our LinkedIn profile to attract potential clients and boost credibility? Yes. You need to optimize your LinkedIn profile to boost your credibility, because if you do not optimize your LinkedIn profile, people wouldn't know your capacity. People wouldn't understand how you can solve their problems. Because when you have a business, please be aware that you are solving someone's problems, okay? And that's why you exist. You are solving someone's problems. That's why you exist. So if that is not optimized properly, no one gonna buy from you, and that is not profitable. That is not the way you should do. If you see my accounts, you will see my account is optimized. Yes, I do versatile work, so that's why my work is lots of posts about them. That's okay. If you wanted to have 2-3 domains and you wanted to work them, but this is not for everyone. Because if you're a neurotypical person, and if you do not have a capacity to run multiple projects at the same time, I wouldn't ask you to do that. If you're a neurodivergent person, in neurodiversity, different people have different capacity. So if you do not have that capacity, I wouldn't say that, okay, you should do it one at a time, priority basis. And I can switch my mind on and off of different information, of different projects, or different things. So I'm doing it, and I'm doing it for many years now. So some people, they might say it's too thin, but I prioritize every work I do to become successful. And until I get to the bottom, until I get successes from specific projects, I will never stop. Yes, I can park it for sometimes if I have too much on my plate, but I will finish them gradually. And that is my characteristics. You might not be similar characteristics. So you need to think about one at a time, prioritizing one project at a time to finalize the best bits. And as I am a strategist, a business growth partner, I work with many businesses. So it is my characteristics to solve individual problems. Like, okay, if you have a problem with social media, if I'm supporting you, I'm going to be talking about social media. If you have a problem on technology, I'm working with you. So I'm going to be building your application, UI, UX, usability, and projecting your brand. I will work with you. So that's another thing. If you need AI, then I can support you with that for my expertise on AI. And if you're looking for sales and marketing, I can also support you with that, working with you or working with our business partners. They are supporting me and the businesses together solving problems. I can do that as well. So different type of things, different type of work. So when I work with individuals, I switch off and on and off things. To prioritize the specific growth, prioritize the specific projects, and then I can work multi dimensionals. And as well as I work with many peoples, I have permanent employees within my team. So I just take over the work, understand them, analyze them, prepare the work for my company, and the people they work with me, they create the all the things, and then I deliver them or correct them if they are not right. So if you're a single person or if you're working with a team, and you need to consider what you wanted to do. The next question I have from Raihan: how do you recommend leveraging LinkedIn groups for lead generation and networks? That's a very good question, Raihan, because if you leveraging groups, you need to be very specific. And when you join there, where sometimes some groups you cannot include your sales page, so you need to follow the groups. Every group they have their way of work, and you need to follow the guidelines what they ask for. But when you have groups and you advertise your groups, you're selling things to the groups. It's very useful. It's very useful, so people will know and you can start selling. The next thing is from Saladin: how can entrepreneurs and small business compete with large companies when selling on LinkedIn? You know that that's a very tactical question. Small companies, large companies, how they difference? Their difference in relation with funding, their difference in relation with coverage. That's the two core things that I would mention here. Uh, Funding means a big company, they will have many people working under them. So they can do the work 10 or 20 times better than you. And in coverage, if you're a small company, you're going to be small, working in a small landscape. So producing is small, working in a small, a lot of things is smaller. But a larger company, they're going to be working maybe one or two cities, maybe one or two countries, a lot of other things. So they can do a bit more. So if you compare with a small business and a larger corporation, I would say do not compare that. You need to do the same thing as a small company will do or the large company will do. What they do, they prepare their profile to start selling on social media. It can be done by one people, it can be done by 20 people. So if you have 20 people in your team, it's 20 accounts on social media, and you are capturing 20 times few thousands. You see the growth. If you're one person, you're just capturing one thing with social media, but the end-to-end process is same for anyone they wanted to do. It just depends how you tailor your methodology and how you capturing the audience for your intended purpose. So it doesn't matter really. We have a few more minutes, and I will try to answer those questions for you. Before I jump into my questions, I just wanted to um, add a value because on my uh, when I started this webinar, I mentioned that I'm going to be talking about AI and social media. So I do not have that time today because we're talking about a lot of other things. I'm going to be doing another events on AI and social media. So please stay tuned and wait for that announcement. I'm also doing a live webinar tomorrow with Julie Garden. Just gonna go over there. You can see my screen. Just give me a second. If I go to my screen, you will see I'm doing a webinar with Julie Garden tomorrow. Uh, this is special events that I'm doing with her um, to talk about mindfulness for life, daily habits, build resilience, and positive minds. Why this events is special for us? Because we support Julie end to end. And I will discuss that on our live tomorrow. And it is also special for Julie to let people know about her work because we manages her social media, we developed her uh, the websites, web application. We developed her logos and all the content. We worked together to come to this stage, and we're working last few months to come to this stage. So we're going to be launching her website end of the month, but our things are ready to roll. Our things are ready to go to the next levels. So we're going to be working with her 360-degree marketing that we do, as well as end-to-end process. And that is very important for us, and as well as Julie, to talk about mindfulness, why it is needed. And we also, I also talk to Julie several times a week and talk about different things when I mentor her and work with her. So it's going to be a very good session. So if you did not register yet, please register for these events. Um, I will ask someone from my office to add a link on this live. And please register, and we'll welcome you tomorrow from 1 p.m. To 2 p.m. and we will talk about mindfulness. So the next question we have is from Noreen. How important is LinkedIn Sales Navigator, and what features should we focus on to maximize its impact? So LinkedIn Sales Navigator is a database functionalities. So if you are looking for a specific person or a specific business, that is a very good tool that you can consider. And you have to go for a subscriptions after 1 or 2 months free trial. You have to go for a subscriptions, and they are I think 99 US dollar, and they have other subscription as well. You just go to LinkedIn and their subscription page, and you will find all the information. There are other database tools as well in the market. So those database tools, if you wanted to capture, there are different type of tools online. If you find business information, business directory, you will find them. Some of them are Apollo, InVideo, and a lot of other things. There are out there. So search for them, and you will find them, and you will also find them specific people and their LinkedIn website and a lot of other things together. So we are nearly end of our session. I wouldn't go any further to ask any more questions, answer any more questions. But I just wanted to let you know, if you were started to using LinkedIn and any other social media, please think about growing it systematically, because if you do not grow it systematically, all the things that you will implement you cannot use them in the future. So grow your LinkedIn systematically with proper optimization, proper planning. And if you need any additional support, feel free to contact me or any of my team, and we will try to support you with that. We also have complimentary session from our company, so you do not need to pay straightforward. We can work with you and try to solve your problems, and then you can think if you wanted to be a paid customer. So thank you everyone for joining today's live webinar. I'm Dr. Shah Siddiqui from Neurodivergent Business Consortium, and thank you very much for joining today's live. And I will welcome you my other live programs this week and the following week and all the things that I do. Until then, stay tuned. Have a blessed time. Don't worry about anything that you cannot do. Find a solution to engage people and have a nice time ahead. Bye bye.